Hey everybody, welcome back to the Chaotic Little Book Corner. My name's Acacia, and today, we're going to be doing my mid-month wrap-up. It's not like it's actually the mid-month, but I've read about 9 books, and I feel like it's kind of time for me to do that. So, we're going to start with The Six Gun, Snow White by Catherine M. Valenti. I've done a full review on it. I'll link it down below. I enjoyed it quite a bit, and I definitely would recommend it to anyone that likes fairy tale retellings. Where'd You Go Bernadette by Maria Semple is a fabulous little novel. I really loved it. Super quick, easy read, really fun. It does have mental illness factors in it, but you don't feel like you're reading a book about somebody who's distraught or distressed in a terrible way. It's just kind of a very honest perspective on a woman who suffers from severe agoraphobia, and you get to kind of read that. And she and her daughter and her husband are planning to go on a trip to Antarctica, but when she decides she can no longer handle it, she disappears for a while, and the daughter has to track her down. It's a sweet mother-daughter relationship, and it's a very fun read and super easy. I gave it 5 stars, and I would definitely recommend it to anybody who's curious about reading about mental illness but does not feel like kind of diving into it head first, or feeling like they want to read anything about how sad mental illness can be. This is kind of a cheerful, fun, easy read on the subject. Next, we go into Chalky by John Wyndham. This is my first John Wyndham novel. My next one will be The Chrysalid. I actually enjoyed this very, very much. It has an afterword done by Margaret Atwood where she talks about the book, and she herself has some very interesting subjects and things to say about it. Now, John Wyndham wrote this book, Chalky, about a young boy named Matthew who is, I believe, 9 or 10 years old, and he is asking his family all sorts of questions that are much beyond his capacity of understanding, and he is doing math, I believe binarial math, and it's super intense stuff, and nobody understands where it's coming from until he finally explains to his parents about Chalky, the voice in his head. Chalky is a non-gendered voice in his head that he cannot explain or understand completely, and it's asking all sorts of questions about society and why things are the way that they are. And the thing about Chalky that's so fun is that you're definitely curious the whole time, and so is Matthew, about whether or not he's insane, and I won't ruin that for you. Definitely a good read. I would pick it up if you like a sci-fi with a little bit of a twist, and I super enjoyed it, and I think it's a good way to start John Wyndham, although I don't know about the other books yet, so maybe this isn't the way to start John Wyndham. I don't know. John Wyndham is definitely one of the top authors that I wanted to read in 2016. I'm hoping to read as much of his work as I can, and then maybe do a author conversation about John Wyndham and his context and how he views things. I did notice that his women character in this book were slightly two-dimensional, which was a bummer. All right, now we're going to go on to this beautiful piece of art. This is Pretty Deadly Volume 1, and I fell absolutely hand over heels in love with this. Just love, love, love this. This is a beautiful piece of art. I mean, if for no other reason than the art, you have to love it. So, if I understand correctly, as this is a very kind of complicated story, not in a bad way, but it's a little fable, a little fable-y, a little mystic, a little kind of interesting. It's a lot of, I guess, interpretation. You're not really sure what's happening, but you are at the same time. From what I understand, it's just following a bunch of female characters that are discussing and kind of interacting with each other, and there's a female character who definitely kicks some butt and is super strong-willed and high-strung. There is another female character who's she's almost like a crow kind of person, and she is being looked after by an old man who's blind. It's super confusing and beautiful, and I loved it, and I gave it 5 stars, and I will absolutely continue the series. It's hard for me to track down single issues of things like this in my area, so unfortunately I have not been able to, but hopefully I can catch up with it when it comes out in volume 2. I'm also kind of hoping for Monstrous. I believe that's the title that I've been hearing everywhere, and I'm waiting for that to come out in full volume so that I can read that as well. Next, I have The Boy Who Could See Demons. This one I've talked about till I'm blue in the face. I've got a review of it full down below. I'm absolutely in love with it. 5 stars, completely wonderful. Recommend it highly. Super fun. Want to get a new copy so that it can represent how much I love that book. The Nail of Brown is the other one that I finished. I got this for Christmas, and it was in my Christmas haul. I read it very quickly into the month, and I really enjoyed it. I loved the artwork. It definitely takes place in an interesting kind of way. The thing about it that I found very interesting is it's about a young girl who suffers from OCD, and she definitely has some thoughts and obsessive thoughts. That's really what it comes down to, is her actions of OCD are not actually like cleaning and things of that nature. They are much more focused on her thoughts and her ideas and the way that she obsesses about those. It's a little dark and a little twisted, but I absolutely loved it, and I'm happy that I have it finally in my hands. Next, I have The Girl in the Fridge. This one is by Edgar Kurt. I wanted to love this. I needed to love this, but I didn't love it. I liked some of the stories. I thought they were great, but some of them just didn't do anything for me. They seemed unneeded, unnecessary, and kind of silly. I thought that the writing style was kind of easy to understand, but there were some points at which I just didn't get it or why it was there. I will continue to read from this author. I think there's some good... I wish it was more of a novel. There were some stories that I really wish had been more of a novel and more of an idea that way. There's the story, the cover story, which is The Girl in the Fridge, written about a young girl who is raised by her parents, but her parents don't know what to do with having a child. So instead of actually taking their child with them when they go places, they put her on top of the fridge in order to help her to not hurt herself. And she ends up getting raised in a situation where she's always alone on top of the fridge. And I thought that that was, you know, a very interesting idea, but I don't know. It didn't do what I wanted it to do, and I was super bummed about it. But I will continue reading short stories. This one I finished 3 days ago. It broke me. It literally just broke me. I'm still in book hangover mode from this. It's Our Endless Numbered Days. This is by Claire Fuller. I am obsessed with it. I am in love with it. The twist at the end, oh my god, I can't even talk about it without spoiling it. Beautiful, wonderful, fabulous, need to read, perfect awesomeness. It was hard for me to get into it first, but then once I did, it was on a roll, and it was just nonstop, and I have no qualms about saying that I will definitely read this again. It was beautiful, it was wonderful, it was magical, and it was dark. So fabulous. I absolutely loved it, and I will definitely be reading this again. I'm not gonna lie to you, I had bought this, no, I had ordered this copy, which is the new copy that just came out from Penguin, and I loved it, and I thought it was beautiful, and then I saw this copy in store, and I fell in love with it as well, so I now own 2 copies of it. Whoops. I'm okay with it, though. This one I finished earlier today. This is Emily Nothomb, the character of The Rain. This is the concept of a young Japanese girl who she's writing about how as a child in Japanese culture, you are believed to be godlike until you are of the age of 3. And this is a child's perspective of coming to terms with losing the godlike ability to be so wonderful and phenomenal. And I gave it 3 stars. I liked it. It was okay. It didn't do what I wanted it to do, and it didn't go how I wanted it to go, which was kind of a bummer. I will definitely pick up more Emily Nothomb, though, because I did enjoy the writing style, and I thought it was really quick and easy to read, and I did enjoy the idea and the concept. It just wasn't for me. But it was a great book, and I gave it 3 stars because it was really good. It wasn't my book, if that makes sense. But it was good. Read it. All right. Right now, I'm going to show you my current reads. What I have going right now is The Need for Better Regulation in Outer Space. After finishing the last story, which was The Snow White Paradox, which is about a gentleman named, I think, if I'm right, his name was Alan. Yeah, Alan. And it broke me, and I sobbed uncontrollably. Jen warned me, and it still hit me hard. I haven't picked it up since just because I sobbed so hard the last time. So I will probably pick this up again very soon. However, I just began Tale for the Time Being by Ruth Ozukami. and this is blowing my mind. I'm only on page 40 and I can't stop reading it. I'm absolutely in love. The style it feels effortless. It feels beautiful. I am so excited I picked this up. Thank you, Mercedes, for pushing me over the edge and calling this your #1 book of 2015. I am in love with this book, and I'm so excited I finally have it. The story is captivating. The writing style is beautiful. I am so obsessed with it, and I can't wait to finish. And then the last one that I'm in the middle of right now is Rainbow Rowell, Fangirl. I'm dead center. It's cute, it's fun, it's easy, and it's a good read when I can't sleep. I like it. I'm probably going to give it 3 to 4 stars, but it's not... I don't resonate as strongly with as many of the characters as I thought I would. Kath is really the closest thing to me, but she's not at the same time. I don't know. There's bits and pieces that I really love, and there's bits and pieces that I really don't love. And I'm really not a big fan of the fan fiction factor of it, so I'm kind of skimming over that and just reading the story. The last one that I haven't picked up yet, but that will be getting picked up in the next few days, is Radiance by Catherine M. Valenti, which I haven't hauled yet. I have I don't know. The thing is, I have a January haul to be filmed, and I could do that, but I feel like I don't want to, and I'm starting to get the stuff from what I ordered after Christmas with Christmas money, so I'll be doing an unboxing of those. If you'd rather I just do a haul than an unboxing, let me know. I really don't care either way. But, so yeah, that, I don't know why I'm still holding that. So I've got a haul to do, but I don't know if I should do it. I don't know. You guys let me know what you want to see. I will do whatever you guys want. Please like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our chaotic little book corner family, and give our family some love and enjoyment. I'm super happy and grateful to everybody out there for getting me up there in subscribers. I'm working as hard as I can to make this as good as I can for all of you. I want your input, I want your feedback, and I'd love to do what you guys want to do. Any requests or thoughts, please leave them down below in the comments. Let's talk, let's have a family, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.